Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I thought what I would do is start introducing some more journal videos, and I did them several years ago and then got into the card making. I'm still going to do the card making. I have an idea that I want to introduce. I don't know if it'll play before this video, but I thought it would be kind of fun since I'm playing anyway with the with journals. I might as well go ahead and make some videos, and during the journal videos may also be some reflections of my Bible study. So yeah, so that's what I thought I would do, and that anyway, so I want to go ahead and do that and work on a project, and then of course there'll be cards. Now I don't know how often the journal videos will come, but if I'm playing I may just turn on the camera and we'll just play. So just as a reminder that we want to make sure that comments are positive. I won't read the negative comments, so this is just some fun time to have with the journal making. Also, with Shabby Jabby Doodah Tina needing some help right now, I thought what I would do, I went and purchased several of her kits. I have some friends who are interested in junk journaling. One I've taught, or journal making, and one I've taught how to make a journal, and the other one I'm about ready to. So I thought what I would do, I was thinking of a stuffed pocket project I wanted to do. So I'm going to go ahead and work on that here just as a gift for them. And I'm going to use Tina's Shabby Dabby Doodah's papers, and I will link her Etsy store below. She has some beautiful digitals. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make stuffed pockets. So I have some book pages. I've already prepped one. I need 2 of them. And I'm just, tearing out book pages. And my thought is these can make really great gifts for people who loves journaling, and it can be a nice little addition to maybe the journal that they have, or if they're making journals, just a fun little gift. So I have several ideas. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this bigger portion here, and the idea is that this will sit on a journal page. Here's one I'm currently working on, and this would just sit on a journal page like that, or maybe on this side because I like the prints on that coffee dyed paper. So that could just glue down. That could be a pocket up there, and then these will be additional pockets. So that's my thought process. But I'm going to stuff these pockets with some ephemera pieces that I make. So this one here is 5 inches wide, so that's how wide this needs to be, and it is 7, almost 7.5 approximately. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue some pages, 2 pages together, just to give it more strength. So this is 9, so I need to cut 1.5 inches off. And I'm just going to go ahead and do that right here. Okay, that's about as tall as I want it. And then I want this at 5, because our pages are 5.5 inches wide. That gives enough room to put this on. And then I can glue those 2 pieces together. Now we need the smaller pocket. We know it's 5 inches wide, so I need a book page that is 4 inches. Let's see, that's 4 inches that way, so I could cut this to 5 and fold it in half. And that's going to be one layer of my pocket. I'm just reinforcing by doing the book page, so we'll need to glue that together. Then my next pocket is about 3 inches, just shy of 3, so I need about 6 inches. So we will go ahead, and we need it 5 wide, so we're going to go ahead and cut it. I'm going to just cut it a little shy of 6, and then cut this to 5, and fold this in half, so that'll be my next layer. Okay, and then my final one is about 4, so we need about 8 inches. So I know I need to cut, see, that's a pocket, that's a pocket. I need to cut one of these down. I need to cut 1 inch off because it's 9 inches tall. And then cut this to 5 wide and fold it in half. And that'll be my bigger pocket section. So now we'll go ahead and assemble the second set. And I haven't attached them yet because I want to put pretty paper on there. So just using some Eileen's tacky glue to get this glued down. And I have a very messy desk, as you can see. I got, someone gifted me an old dresser, and so my craft room organization is an extremely slow process. So as I get pieces occasionally, I am able to organize more. So I got a dresser that I'm going to be using. That's going to be my journaling dresser. My stamp stuff is on that side, so my journal stuff will be on that side. And it won't be piled high in my closet. So all I'm doing here is gluing these pieces together. And you can really cut them any size you want, as long as you just test it on your journal page if you're a journal maker, and for the main base, and then just kind of, you know, measure how tall you want these other pockets that are going to stack. Now I'm not going to sew. My sewing machine is over there as well, but eventually in this little room I'll have it separated pretty good, where I'll have my sewing area and my stamp card area and my journal area. Okay. And also these pieces here, when you make stuff like that and you send it to somebody, it's inspiration for them too. My goal is for them to use it in their journals that they make, use the pocket and or pieces for a journal or several journals. And if they see this, they will see what I'm making, but that's okay because it'll be better in person than on video. It always is. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and just line this up so we have double page thickness. I'm really excited that I have some local people here interested in the journal making process as well. They do the cards with me. We have a group that gets together and they teach different techniques. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I do have Distress Oxide, but you could also use one of the browns, like the Pecan Pie or Pebbled Path or something like that, to give a different look here on the edges. But I'm just going to distress my edges here really quick, and then I'll set this side to dry and we will work on the other pocket. But at least this part is done. I actually came across Stampin' Up! Looking for some inspiration for journal making, ephemera pieces and stuff, and I stumbled across several demonstrators, and decided to order from one, and I ordered one set, and it's the peach set, which isn't available. But that was my first set. I just ordered that, and maybe a couple other things, but I really wanted to see how the stamps stamped, and I fell in love with it. And not too long after, since I enjoy the product so much, I went ahead and signed up to be a demonstrator. So just been doing it for over a year and a half, and I'm really enjoying it. Hoping to go on a trip maybe next year, so we'll see where life takes us. Okay, so these are for the other pockets, so these will sit on here like this. This one next, and then this one next. And I'm not going to care if the words are upside down. I mean, I could flip it around, but I'm going to be covering it anyway. So here's my other one. I'm just going to set that aside to dry, and we're going to work on this one. So I'm going to bring in these papers, and I'm sorry, I do not remember which kit this is, but it's really, really pretty. I also have a bunch of ephemera pieces. These bows are great. The flowers, the tag. I love these little labels and tags. So I already have some pre-cut, but the first thing I need to do is cover these. So I need these covered, and that. You don't have to cover this whole thing though, because this pocket is going to sit like that, so it only needs to be covered maybe down to here, so I'll save some paper. Let's start with that and see what piece do we want up on top. And I may print, I have other kits, I may print another kit just so they're all different, but that would be really pretty. I thought this would be pretty tag paper too. Would I get that whole, I could get that whole thing in there. Let's do that for the top here. The fun thing about making ephemera and journal pieces is that to me it's really freeing. You can measure if you want, but you can also just lay stuff up like I'm going to do here and measure approximately where you want it. And then I see that edge there. Let's see, that edge is about at that line. So I'm just going to go a little before this line, put my ruler here and rip. Now I've got that piece. So I only need to go down to about here. So I can go just a little bit below, probably about, I am going to line it up because I'll want to reuse the bottom here. Probably about, right about there. Make sure that's going to cover. Go about there. Yeah, that should be fine. So there's for that piece. And I don't want to use, I want to use the same kit but not the same paper on each one because I want the pockets to kind of stand out. So we've got that piece. So let's see what else I want to use here. Maybe some of this here, because then it's different from that top. I think I will. I think I'll use that. So trying to keep myself in frame here on my messy desk, which hopefully by the end of the weekend, I'm usually pretty good about whipping it into shape, so hopefully by the end of the weekend it'll be all back together. Okay, there's that. And then do I want it with the, well, it's not going to matter because it's a pocket, so some of it will be covered. So I think I'm going to go here. And I can see the pocket on either end, so it helps me to line that up so I can rip it. So there's that piece. And we're going to cover this. What do we want to use for that? Kind of thinking I want to use this here. I'm going to turn it around this way. Line this up. might make these a little bit of a longer video, not sure. Let's see about there. Looks good. These kind, because you know, this kind of crafting can take a little bit longer than the prep of the cards. There's that pocket. Okay, and we need one more. So we've got a pink, purple, light color. Probably want another. Ooh. I think this would be really pretty on the bottom. So we're going to use that for the bottom. Now if I do it this way, yeah, let's do it that way. So this is 2 inches. So I'm just going to set this right here. And go a little bit shy of 2 inches. Okay. Then, such pretty paper. Beautiful, beautiful paper. I've been wanting to get some of her kits for a little bit. I just haven't done it yet. Till now. Okay, so we have all of our pieces for covering this. And what we're going to want to do next is I'm going to distress. I like distressing. I find that what I call gluing paper to paper, very relaxing. Sometimes when I'm doing my Bible study, I take a precepts Bible study, and we're have our last class this Sunday, but when I'm reading or studying or whatever, and then a day or 2 later I'm just sitting down thinking about what I've learned, my hands have to stay busy, so I'll be gluing paper to paper and just sitting here thinking, or just listening, and that allows me to reflect. This last Sunday I volunteered to take care of the kids, teach the kids this last Sunday, and it was so much fun. But I actually spent some time doing this, and it helped me pull it together. We actually made a little lantern designed by May made it, and I used that lantern and then used that for our lesson on how to shine your light. It was really fun. And lightning bugs or fireflies. Okay, so that is, you can get these too on my website, these little things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start gluing this stuff down. I'm just going to use this glue because it dries fast. We're doing a card swap too, our little group, so it'll be their first card swap. So this is a lot of fun, and it gets them in the craft room and crafting. See, this is going to be sideways, but that's okay. I'm hoping this turns out the way I'm thinking in my head, because I want to like frill it up a little bit with some lace and things like that. We'll see. Okay, that one's attached, and then we'll get this one attached. Thank you to everyone who's recently or within the last month or so subscribed to my channel. My channel has grown, which I never expected it to. Well, I mean, I knew it would grow over time, but it has not been my goal because I cannot devote as much time as I would like to more classes and things like that. More videos, basically. To me, they're like classes. Okay, so we've got these all attached. Now we can attach pockets, because anything else I'm going to do, I'm going to want to see them in, I'm going to want to have these pockets attached to decorate. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. But I think what I'm going to do first is make the ephemera pieces that are going to go in here. And then kind of stuff it and see how I want to. Oh, I love that so much. That is so pretty. I love that building right there. I'll do the second one off camera. You're seeing how I assemble this here like that. I do want to do something to these corners, and then we'll put that there. Oh, I'm loving that. Do I want it this way? Or this way? I think I want it this way. I am gonna grab a punch because I do want to punch those top corners. And I want to use my favorite punch from Stampin' Up. This one right here. And instead of doing a tag top, I want to do this kind of fancy corner. Oh, I love that so much. That looks so good. I do need to distress this a little bit so it's cohesive. Oh, that looks amazing. I love that. Okay. Do I want to do lace now, or do I want to do it later? Well, let's play with some. Let's see, we're at 23 minutes. Okay. This will probably be somewhat of a shorter video because it is late, but I wanted to play. I do want to use this old dictionary. So I'm going to rip some pages out of it. I love these really pretty yellowed pages. Got a few out here. So the cool thing about using book pages, so especially when they're yellowed and old like that, it adds a little bit of a vintage feel. But you can get books for free practically that you can use for your bases. So I have these beautiful women from one of her kits. I have some tags here. Let's see, I have these floral pieces, button cards. We're going to do something fun with the button cards. That's another project. But these little postcards are kind of fun, so thinking I'm going to turn these into journal cards. And the first thing I'm going to do is I kind of want to, if I do it, it's just the look I'm going for. So distressing, more distressing. I need to get a new one of these. I have actually a distressing tool. I just it's in my messy room somewhere. But this is getting kind of worn out. The sponge kind of flakes a little bit. It's going to distress some of these. And I'm going to just get them ready, like base ready for decorations, so I can see what I want to put on there. Now, if I want the sewing look, I do have stitches stamps again in my messy craft room, but you could also draw on, you know, just lines, broken lines down to make stuff look like it's stitched. So there's 4 of those. I'll start with that. What I want to do is I kind of want to glue them on here. I think I'm just going to glue them on the center here like that. Use some of this glue. Now some of the pieces that I've cut away from the book pages, I can save to turn into tags. So I don't necessarily throw all of that away because that can be used for more tags. I want to get words around here, so I'm just going to glue this down. And I think, so that it has a minute to dry, I'm going to do that with all 4 of these. I need another page. I like stuff like dictionaries and stuff like that because I know that for the most part you aren't going to find anything offensive. It's a dictionary. Some of the books I have to pay attention to what is written about, what's in there, so because sometimes the words show and you don't want to have anything that people might not be very happy with. Okay, so I have these glued. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip. I want to do it with my ruler. Yeah, I think I do want to do it with my ruler. I'm just going to leave a little edge, and I don't really care if it's straight or not. I'm going to save these because these are great collage pieces. And these old pages rip really easy too. That I'm not going to keep. So I have that, and I really like that. I'm going to distress the edge of that here. Now I'm going to kind of leave this loose because I am going to back it so that it can be written on. So that's going to add another layer, but this outer edge here is going to be kind of loose and get kind of crinkly, and I think that might be kind of a fun look. So this is a postcard, and I'll back these later when I have access to my coffee dyed paper. So this just needs to be backed. And do the same thing with these four. Kind of pick where I want to rip it. That one up here. Be right about there. I'm gonna just see what this looks like in here. Might want it down here. I'm gonna make some tall things for back there. It's fun. And one of these ladies in here. Yeah. I think that's gonna be very cute with that paper on there. So we're gonna just go ahead and rip the rest of these. And we probably will do some collaging of this to help make some tags of leftover smaller pieces of this paper pack. I have a very fun card in mind. I haven't seen, so I'm excited to do that, and hopefully this will be cleaned up. My video will, I probably will put this up before I put my card video up. My video will be a little late, but my card video, but it should be fun. I haven't tried it yet, so we might just do it on the fly. Okay, after this I have all four ripped. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and ink the edges. Or I might come out a little bit bigger with the paper. If I have any coffee dyed cardstock, I might do that. That would be kind of cute. I also have a Sears and Roebuck reproduction. That would be cute. Paper as well to do this with. I was also watching a video last night about, I didn't even think about this, but you know, card making and journal making, any paper crafting, scrapbooking, it all goes hand in hand. And you can borrow from each other to come up with ideas. But she talked about using I think it was Biddy Penny. She talked about using card sketches or scrapbook sketches as inspiration to do layouts for your journals. Okay, let's see how much time we have. If it gets too long, it'll take forever for me to do. So I've got 4 of these bases. I need to do something more with them. And then I'm going to kind of do the same thing with these. I don't know, these, I want them thicker. I only have the printer paper, so I might attach them to some coffee dyed paper and then distress them and just stick them in there. I think that would be good there. And I haven't decided. I was thinking the same thing as this for these, but I might do something else with those. So we've got the pretty corner. I've got one more to decorate. Oh, I have my 3-in-1 glue here, so I could check my lace. See, I have that lace, and I have this lace, but I don't know if I want the white on there. Kind of want to add lace to every pocket, and then maybe just right up here. I'm not sure about up there though. Let's see what the white. I need to dye it if I don't want it white. That would be really, ooh, this would be really pretty on the top too. Now I just picked these up at Joann's. I'm hoping to source some lace in other places. I'm going to go garage selling pretty soon. Oh, the white actually looks really, really nice with that. So we might want to go ahead and do white lace instead of the ecru. I like that one. And then make a pretty bow on here. Maybe. Okay, so let's see this. Well, let's see what. Might as well open them all up and see what they'll look like. I've had these for a minute because I keep trying to have time to do journals, and I've had a lot of time to do them. It's almost bizarre season. This is pretty, but I think it covers too much of that building, and I really like the building. So I think I'm gonna go with this on here. It leaves some of that beautiful building, and that's really pretty. Okay, but I'm gonna wait on that. So I want some smaller for the pockets. Gosh, I love this one too. It's gorgeous. Maybe I want to do this down here on the bottom. I like that contrast. I think I do. So I need to. 3-in-1 glue is really the best for getting your fabric, I think, onto your lace or your fabric onto your paper projects. So I'm just going to just run a little bead across the top here. I need to get a silicone spatula for this, and for my hot glue would be the other one, and I'll find that once I get my room clean. Oh, I'm going to do more to the pocket, but I love that lace right there. That is pretty. That is gorgeous. Okay. beautiful lace too. Or should I do this one? This way. I think I want to do this smaller one here. Make sure I have it in the right direction. Yeah. So I need to cut this. Make sure that's down on there good. So I need to cut this right about in here. Run a bead across. Oh, it's so pretty. That's really making the pocket. And slide that down a little bit. I think. Oh, how pretty that is. Now, I don't think I want to do 3 different ones. I think I want to do for the pockets, I want to stick with this. What I used on the bottom. Let's see what that looks like. And then I think this is the one I liked for the top. No, this one is the one I liked for the top. Yeah, we're gonna go for it. We're gonna do this. That. I'm really going for like a girly, I don't know if I can do shabby chic. I like the look of it, but this paper might help me do that, and some of her fussy cut images. We'll see how far I get on that look, but I just really want it to be frilly. Great. I'm going to wait on the top part. That is gorgeous, and we're not even done decorating it yet with the postcard in there. We do the flowers up like this. That's going to look nice. Yeah, it'll be hidden, but when they pull it out, it'll be really, really pretty. Okay. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do now for today, and then we will hop back on and work on this project some more. I'll just hop on video when I get to working on it. It probably will be this weekend. For my one friend, I'm going to get a kit together, because Lord knows I have enough stuff for journals, so that she has something to start with. All right, well, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you on the next one.